And checking with Storm Team 4, busy tracking Hurricane Sally. The storm slowly moving towards the Gulf Coast right now, set to impact millions of people along the shoreline. They're still reeling from Hurricane Laura less than 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that slow-moving storm expected to make landfall near the Mississippi and Alabama border tomorrow. Take a look, but it's already dumping some heavy rain on that area. And check this video out just into our newsroom here, showing hurricane hunters getting a close look at Sally from their plane as they're flying over the Category 1 storm. It's an interesting shot there. News 4's Jay Gray has the latest now from Mobile, Alabama.
A wave of concern spilling over the Gulf Coast right now.
I'm a retired Gulfport firefighter. I was on duty the day Katrina hit. So I know the magnitude and the scope of what these things can do.
Hurricane Sally pushing toward the shoreline and already causing problems from Louisiana through the Florida Panhandle. Driving rains from the outer bands of the storm and surf pushed by the wind filling low-lying areas. And a lot more water is likely on the way. The National Weather Service warning an extremely dangerous and life-threatening storm surge is expected due to Sally.
The saying that the National Weather Service has is hide from the wind, run from the water. And so now is the time to run from the water.
Some running, others stocking up to ride out the storm.
Truck's gassed up, boat's gassed up, so I'm ready. Freezer full of food and got a bunch of charcoal and lighter fluid.
At about 2 miles an hour, Sally is crawling toward the shoreline, and that slow pace is part of the concern here. As the storm lingers, it will continue to dump rain in some areas 2 feet or more.
That scares me that we're going to lose a life or lives because of Hurricane Sally, and more than likely it will be because of water.
Adding to that fear, the uncertainty.
You just never know, and they still do not know where it's going.
Or exactly when Sally will strike. Jay Gray, NBC News, Mobile, Alabama.
Just
all right, it's been a busy week. Let's head over to Storm Team 4's Dave Price. Check in with him, Dave.
So a couple of things. Don't get caught up, and let's stay on this relay shot for a second. Don't get caught up on the wind speeds here. This is all about the rain and the speed of this storm. Now, keep this shot for a second. This pace that I'm walking around right now, this is about the speed with which this storm is moving. So imagine, now let's go over to the weather wall. It's going to sit over the coast and just continue to dump rain, and you can actually outwalk the storm. That's how slow moving this is going to be. So historic, life-threatening conditions possible once again. I know it sounds dramatic. You know why? Because it is. 1 to 2 feet of rain expected along the Gulf Coast, and a storm surge of between 4 and 7 feet. It's a Category 1 storm. I said before, don't get caught up in the winds, 80-mile-per-hour winds. You don't mess with that. But look at its forward speed. Northwest at 2 miles per hour. So that winds up coming across the coast and just sitting over there, dropping rain before making a right turn and heading into sections of Georgia and the Carolinas. Now, are we done after Sally? No. We've got an area to watch here and 7 other areas we're keeping an eye on. There's Paulette on her way out. Teddy making its way toward Bermuda again. So we're going to watch that carefully. And the rest, not at this point any threat to the continental United States. So we have Wilfred left. But keep in mind, Paulette is going to be a menace to our area. Winds are going to be out of the southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. That surf is going to be 2 to 4 feet, and the rip risk is going to be high along Atlantic-facing beaches. So keep that in mind. Outside we go. We talked about this a couple of minutes ago. That's not cloud cover. So that's not how we're going to record it. 66 degrees outside. That's smoke at upper levels of the atmosphere. Winds out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. Dew point, nice dry air. That's why we're calling for clear conditions, because there are no clouds which are going to get in the way. It's all because of the fires out west. Cool again tonight, but not as cool as it was. 56 in the city, 43 in Monticello, 48 in Poughkeepsie. Smoky skies tomorrow once again with the south wind to about 15 miles per hour. We'll call for 73 in Central Park. Up by 1 down the shore, 70 in Montauk, 72 in Islip, and 71 in Monticello. Over the next 10 days, here's how things take shape. I spy the 40s as a low temperature in Central Park. How do you like that? On Monday, chilly, chilly. And keep in mind, we are taking rain out of the forecast, maybe a spot shower Thursday, but for the most part, things dry out. Back to you.
Fleece forecast coming up.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dave Price. Appreciate it.